Alright, Internet. I'm back. I'm doing a thing. So we have more Mass Effect. There's always more Mass Effect. Until you finish Andromeda. And then there isn't any more Mass Effect, because they never made the sequel to Andromeda. And I don't know what they're going to do now. I heard there was an announcement more recently, but I don't know what it was. Yesterday... Why did I say yesterday? Last time. It wasn't even yesterday when I was playing. Last time when I was playing, we talked about Solarians. So... Grr. This time... I think we'll talk about this Krogan guy with us. Talked about Asari a bunch. Well, Krogan, like Asari, live a long-ass time. And I think of the various races, it makes the most sense for the Krogan to have, you know, centuries-long lifespans.
Over there!
And the reptiles, they have... Why are they shooting through the door? The reptiles, they're going to have different, slower metabolisms. They'll be able to shut down and hibernate. Right?
Solarians. Right. The captain said he had lost some men.
So, I feel like that's not what I wanted. I feel like I'm too close. Is there an option to zoom out? That's not what I wanted. Wrong button. No. At least not that I'm finding fast enough. Hopefully my sound continues working, because I didn't do anything with that.
We've got access to base security. We should be able to cut the alarms from here. Might even be able to trigger alarms on the far side of the base. It'll clear out the guards for us, but they might be too much for the Solarian teams to handle.
Just disable the alarms. We can handle any guards inside.
Krogan, as I'm supposed to be talking about, you know, like regular reptiles. Hate the cold. They have scales. I don't know if they lay eggs or not. That would be an interesting thing I should have looked up. Those guys got wrecked. You turned them into green dust. The most notable thing, not just... I'm assuming Krogan lay eggs because, as I was going to say, not just that they live a long time, but that they breed like crazy.
What do you want? I told you everything. Who are you? Alliance, right? I knew someone would come. It tried to break me, but it couldn't. I shut it out.
Slow down. I need to know where you came from.
Private Mano Savat of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG, man. Captured while on reconnaissance 6 days ago. Glad to answer, man. Never any questions from these bastards. Just whispers and poking and cutting. I've said anything to get out and get some payback. That's not too much to ask, is it? A little payback?
What did they do to you, soldier?
Experiments, but I don't know what for. The effect of incessant whispering on my shortening temper? Who knows? I just need out.
Something's not right here, Shepard.
If we don't let him out, he's as good as dead. We have to do something.
Yes, leaving me here would be bad. Very bad. It's too small and the noise just won't go away. Whispering is loud, you know? I need to get out. Let me out.
Set him free. He could help us.
Yes, sir. You'll find I am very good at following orders. I should be. I hear them over and over. Why are they repeated when they are so simple? Damn simple!
Hostile spotted.
Oh, I tried.
Powering up.
That's the thought that counts, right? I tried. So the Krogan. Breed quickly. Live a long time. They were stricken with genophage after
Give a little ground, Williams.
Solarians.
Don't want them to bunker up. Draw them out.
After the Solarians uplifted them, basically, because they blasted themselves back into a nuclear stone age. So during the Rachni War, Rachni invasion, expansion, whatever you want to call it, yeah, let's go find this.
Hello? Is someone out there?
Cure for the genophage they supposedly have. So the genophage is,
Now it gets fun.
as was kind of explained previously. Garrus, why are you using the wrong guns? Woo. Juggernog. Staples.
Jammer's online.
Come on. How many Solarians did they get captured? Yeah, that's what I thought. Q Rex for having a shotgun. I missed. I don't think there's anything in here. This was just the other way in, and I'm being thorough. Okay. Not rambling.
What was that noise? What's going on?
So I'm assuming that the Krogan lay eggs like other reptiles because, you know, it's often stated that they breed very quickly. And that is why, after they successfully repelled the Rachni, after being uplifted by the Turians and the Solarians, after having blasted themselves into a nuclear stone age,
Well, you're not a Geth, and you're not wearing a lab coat. I guess I'm glad to see you. Lieutenant Gonto Imnes of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment, captured during recon. I assume the fleet was called in to destroy the base?
alright. I'm gonna finish my thought without getting interrupted here. So the Krogan blasted themselves into a nuclear winter, and they were uplifted out of that by a combination of the Solarians and the Turians, because they were needed to fight the Rachni, which were some, you know, hive mind aliens that were taking over the galaxy. And they did that. But because Krogan breed very quickly and live a long time, I'm assuming they breed quickly because they lay clutches of eggs. I'm not 100% on that. And so afterwards, you know, they felt entitled because of their victory, their service to the galactic community, and they're also large, aggressive lizards. So they began aggressively taking territory and occupying places that weren't given to them, that they weren't sanctioned to have. And so Salarians developed and the Turians deployed a genetic mutation called the genophage, which basically sterilized them. It makes only 1 in 1,000 births viable. And that leads us to where the Krogan are now, declining in numbers, spread across the galaxy as bouncers and mercenaries and violent, aggressive muscle.
The transmission wasn't clear. Fleet's not coming.
I see. Then you must be the infiltration team. I know the captain. He will want this facility destroyed. My team was altered, indoctrinated. He knew about the breeding grounds. But the indoctrination is a greater threat, and far more horrifying. I watched good people reduced to mindless husks. There wasn't anything left. Others died during the experiments. I envy them.
Do you know anything about the experiments they were conducting?
They were studying indoctrination. Symptoms, progress. Saren uses it to control his people, but I don't think he fully understands it. I don't know much else. I just saw what it did to the others. Turned them into empty husks. I can't end up like that, please. Let me out.
Alright,
I'm opening
we'll
your
go
cell,
for broke.
but then you're on your own.
Don't look back and hope to outrun the blast, A better chance than I had before you showed up. Thank you, human. And good luck. You'll need it.
There's nothing left of them.
No, this is no way to treat a prisoner. Kill them, sure, but leave them like this.
Leave them. Let's get moving.
I wish something could be done. I really do.
I agree, Garrus, but we don't have time. Alright. So, as I kind of alluded to after, explaining during this about this Krogan expansion, and, their long lifespans and rapid breeding, that would make them excellent candidates for, through sheer numbers and brute force, control of the galaxy. I figured that was gonna happen. I was hoping I could, shut it off and deactivate them.
What is going on here? Where is Saren?
Curious to see what Rex will say or do. Alright. So, needless to say, this army of Krogan they mentioned would be a very powerful thing in the hands of Saren. As you can see with Rex here, Krogan are big and strong and violent. Damn, they weren't kidding. Massive Geth Assault, alright. Somebody on Discord is picking me. Krogan culture is very simple and brutal. It's literally kill and be killed. And whoever's earned the right. You know, they have a slaying a thresher maw kind of rite of passage thing. You know, becoming a man. Or a lizard. A fully adult. And just the fact that they live for so long and, you know, they breed so quickly, you know, is a testament to the nastiness of the planet that they came from. Tuchanka is a very hot, excuse me, it's a hot, nasty desert place. And it's all screwed up and radioactive because they blew themselves up. I'm not sure what all...
Don't shoot!
Oh, I remember
Please,
this
I just
chick.
want to get out of here before it's too late. Let's hear it. Who are you and what do you want?
Ranathanoptis, neurospecialist. But this job isn't worth dying over, or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
I thought this was a breeding facility.
Not this level. We're studying Sovereign's effect on organic minds. At least that's what I assumed. Saren kept us in the dark as much as possible.
You helped him and you didn't even know why?
I didn't have the option of negotiating. This position is a little more permanent than I had expected. But I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren'S private lab. I can get you in. See? Full access. All of Saren'S private files. Are we good? Can I go?
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them. It's called Indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Salarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself.
Sounds
It
like
happens
she's
to
speaking from
everyone in the
experience.
facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to me.
I'm gonna blow this place to hell and gone. If you want to make it out alive, you better start running.
What? You can't. But I'll never. Ah!
That is one of that's one of my favorite moments. Yeah, I'm gonna blow this up. Just get out. And you're like, wait, what? It just takes off running. It's one of my favorite moments in this game. Damn it. Ah! Ah! I give up. I realize I suck. I admit defeat. Well, that's convenient. It won't let you fall or jump. Alright. I don't know, to be honest. The Krogan fill a storytelling niche of your general malicious, muscle, brutish bad guys, and they're very good at doing that. And I hate fighting the Krogan because they regenerate, they stand back up, they're too hard to kill. They have
Commander, look
lots
over
of
here.
secondary,
Another beacon.
tertiary,
Like the one on Eagle.
redundant organs. I mean, as has been pointed out many times, they have 4 testicles. I'm not sure how to elaborate on them further. For as old as this game is, they're pretty good with expressions and her moment of realization there. And just before that, her,
Enemy contact.
you know, confusion. How do I do this? Which button do I push?
Perimeter secured.
Well, which is it, Garrus? Are there contacts or is there a secure perimeter?
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen. You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence
I love the
so
understatement
far
there.
beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
Right. I want to take a second to point out, I love the voice actor. And the way this has been mixed, the way Sovereign sounds. Sovereign's voice is fantastic, in my opinion. And I cannot imagine, you know, an evil, kilometers-long, sentient spaceship sounding any other way when it speaks to you.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
Right, in his previous statement, he said that organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. And I'd like to point out that that's kind of an oxymoron, I think is the correct term for that, because without genetic mutation, there wouldn't be organic life. So, I mean, without or organic life is genetic. There's no other way to do it, even if it's, you know, self-replication at the cellular level, splitting cells, or asexual reproduction, even. It's all passed on genetics, mutation or not. That's genetics. It is impossible for life to exist without genetics, mutation aside. And I think that statement was dumb.
There is an entire galaxy of races united and ready to face you.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
I'd also like to point out that, you know, at the apex of their civilization, they are extinguished. Well, if you destroy them, there's nothing after that, so therefore there wouldn't be anything, you know, to get bigger, to be better. So, you know, like the statement, you know, you find whatever you're looking for in the last place you look, obviously, because you stop looking after you find it. I'm not sure how I feel about... I would not have chosen these words, these phrases, if I was writing the script for Sovereign.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us. They're here to wipe us out.
I also think that is another excellent line. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it. That is some good writing. It might be one sentence, but I will give that singular sentence praise. With that voice, those words, that inflection, that is a massive, ancient, all-knowing, malicious artificial intelligence bent on destruction. I also like to point out how Rex hasn't said a damn thing. Because he's old. And he's just kind of along for the ride. You know, he's the quiet, grumpy old man, doesn't have to say anything. He's been there, done that. I'm not sure how the timetable works out. I'd have to look. I'm sure someone will know, and they can yell at me in the comments. I'd have to look and see, but for all I know, Rex could have fought in the Rachni War. I mean...
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are Legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
Where did you come from? Who built
That
you?
was an excellent pause there. You cannot escape.
We
your
have no
doom.
beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
I would say that that is a dumb statement because it is an AI. It's a computer, it is a machine intelligence. It will know, it will have a record of every nanosecond of its existence. It can go back and tell you when it was made. But it's also a malicious artificial intelligence bent on the destruction of these people. And I'm sure it has no reason, no intent to tell you more about itself than it has to. So instead, it's just being
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
aggressive.
My
Dooming.
kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Alright, whatever.
You're not even
I'll stop you.
alive. Not really. You're just a machine, and machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
You can
Commander,
look around like,
we got trouble.
now what? Great.
Lay it on me, Joker. I love bad news.
That ship's Sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half. It's coming your way, and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
This console's been disabled. Orders, Commander.
We'll head for the breeding facility. Time to blow this place to hell.
Right, Commander. I'll meet you there. Joker out.
Alright. I know after my nice discussion of the Solarians and their culture, I haven't gone nearly as in-depth with the Krogan. Nice profile of Rex there. This time around, but I don't know, I'm not sure how else to go about that.
Catching you up.
You know, like I was saying, at least in the from the storytelling
Yes,
perspective.
returning from your position, J.I. Looks like Shadow kicked a sensitive spot. Williams, head them off. Hold them.
From a storytelling perspective, they fill a specific, generic, cliche, but necessary, but typical storytelling role of just being, vicious, bruising, heavy hitters. They're the heavyweight cage fighters. Look at him, Garrus. Why are you just shooting the crate? This doesn't work very well. Like, it's fine for a single shot like that, but it won't let you stay, leaned out to take multiple shots. Maybe my pistol just has too slow of rate of fire. But why carry a Shepard carries a 45 because they don't make a 46. I know it's a dumb FUD statement. But at least in Lydia's case, that's kind of Come on. It's kind of it's an apt statement for Lydia. She's part of the Navy. Whatever. She's part of the Navy, but she's the liaison for the Russian Marines, which I guess is a no-no term now because of current events. And one tapped. We're dead. I'm snipers. I think that's the first death in this campaign, in this playthrough. See what happens when I don't have anything nice to talk about with the Krogans. I'll have to write up some bullet points for the Turians. We'll talk about the Turians next. The Turians have an interesting, complex culture. Whereas, I'm sure the Krogan culture is more complex, but, my offhand knowledge of it, my understanding of the situation, of the lore, is less so in their case.
Again,
I
returning
know they
from
are
your
more,
position, J.I. Looks like Shadow kicked a sensitive spot. Williams, head them off. Hold them.
I know they're more matronly in their society. I'm not sure how much of that is because, the men are just sent off to do the fighting, and all the diplomacy and social aspects are left to females. But that seems like a very I want a Garrus to switch to the sniper rifle. What? There's... shoot the guy. Alright. Let's not get domed by some Geth snipers, eh? Maybe we can finally get Virmire over with, now that this will be, what, the 3rd episode on Virmire? Alright, from an architectural... Come on, I could have slipped through that gap. From an architectural standpoint, Saren'S base is dumb. Why would you, lay everything out as it has been? But then again, so that isn't necessarily a Mass Effect problem, that's kind of a video game storytelling problem. There's again. I can't even get to cover. So this is just kind of the way video games work. Alright, here, I'm going to pause this so that I can work through the boring spot you've already seen me do twice and get killed again. Alright, I'm back. I've fixed some of my inventory problem. I drank some water. We're gonna do a save here. And go around the corner and get headshotted by some Geth snipers again. I like how this turret is just a giant gun. And I don't mean like... I mean, obviously it's a cannon. It's a giant gun. But, like, it looks like the end of the sniper rifle. And they just cut it off and made it bigger. Asset utilization. I never noticed that before. Alright. It almost worked. Let's try this again. Ah, there's the music. Alright. One problem solved. That one's dead. Another problem. Oh, drones. Rocket drones. Now that I put some different attachments on the gun, I think it sounds different. Which, I mean, I guess I did change ammo types, so... Right? Turret's deactivated. One of those. And then one of these. Look. Garrus, you're not helping.
Now it's our turn.
Alright, what do we do with this elevator? Let's go up. I also put some new armor on Rex. I was just going through my inventory, looking at all the junk. Trying to get rid of some of the stuff. I went from 300 items to 259, so... It's a fair amount of things. 41. There's some stuff to kill. Plus new armor for Rex.
We need to clear the gap and set those charges.
Catch. Well, my hacking worked. They're fighting with each other. Alright, I'm gonna save again, now that we're past the snipers that keep one-shotting me. So that way, when I do something else dumb to get me killed, I don't have to deal with them again.
Charges set. Everyone bunker down. Bunker down.
That's a heck of a door.
All right! Nice work. That's one less thing to worry about. Commander, I'm bringing us in. I'll get as close to the site as I can.
This is Joker. He's gonna land on top of us. You know, in order for a ship to do that, you know how much thrust that would take to land vertically to that size? There's Lanko arming the nuke just like we need.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, can you read me?
The nuke is almost ready. Get to the rendezvous point, Williams.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Hold tight. We're coming to get you.
Negative! Just make sure that nuke is set! We'll hold them as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the bomb. Go get them and meet me back here.
Up to the AA tower. Move!
Alright, well... Why would we change anything? Krogan Warlord. Kill the big guy. Like that. Ah, sniper got Garrus. Nope. I gotta break this line of sight. Rex, you're in the way. Finally. Now I can do this. Well, it does make sense that when that Krogan charged us earlier, that they would target Garrus first, because they hate Turians, because the Turians infected them with the genophage. And then the second time they charged us, that it would attack Rex, because Rex is another Krogan, and I'm a human, so therefore he's a bigger threat in more ways than one. Let's open this crate. What is the point of that catwalk? Like, it's not attached to anything. And, like, alright, so it's on rails, it can slide. But there's an elevator right there and a wall right there. It's not like it can slide anywhere. I don't know what's going on.
Heads up, LT. Just spotted a troop ship headed to your location.
It's already here. There's gas pouring out all over the bomb site.
Can you hold them off?
There's too many. I don't think we can survive until you get here. I'm activating the bomb.
I know it's 4 words. But man, is that a loaded sentence. Literally. I'm activating the bomb. I can't imagine the way Alenko feels. You know, he's literally hands-on touching, arming a nuclear bomb. Oh boy.
What the hell are you doing, Alenko?
I'm just making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what. It's done, Commander. Go get Williams and get the hell out of here.
Screw that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Alenko.
Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I know what happens. My reasoning here is, we used the Normandy to drop off the bomb. The Normandy's still down there with Alenko. We go back to rescue Alenko. And
Radio
the bomb.
Joker and tell him to meet us at the bomb site.
Yes, Commander.
You know it's the right choice, LT.
Of course it was.
Stay alive. I'll be coming to get you too, Ash.
I think we both know that's not going to happen, Commander.
Why would land and drop off the bomb and take off again? You know, the guns are disabled. I don't know why the Normandy didn't stay on the ground. I'd always assumed it had, and I only, even though, you know, I've beat this game a half dozen times, I only just now figured out it had. Prime. Juggernaut. Those guys are big. Kill it. Kill it again. The sniper's still after us. like, oh, shouldn't he be fighting? The bomb's already armed. But yeah, I'm sure that one NPC couldn't hold off a Juggernaut Prime. Ow.
Commander, set that nuke and get out. You can't hold them. Damn it. Suppressing fire. Cover your flank. Cover your...
That's the end of that. Ah, yes, boss fight. He just stands there like, well.
I applaud you, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. An impressive diversion. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Sovereign and its kind destroyed the Protheans. What else is there to understand?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. Trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction?
I'd like to point out, as he said, petty freedoms. I don't know about you, but to me, there's nothing petty about freedom of any flavor.
I'd rather die than live under the rule of those machines.
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives can be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign.
Organics are only useful for as long as machines need you.
This facility could protect me.
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're afraid he's controlling your thoughts.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Tell me why Sovereign needs the conduit. Tell me what it is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and my salvation. Sovereign needs my help to find it. That is the only reason I have not been indoctrinated.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
A reprieve from the inevitable. Well, if it's an inevitable, then it's going to happen whether you get a reprieve or not.
Together we can stop Sovereign. We don't have to submit to the Reapers, we can beat them.
I no longer believe that, Shepard. Visions cannot be denied. The Reapers are too powerful. The only hope of survival is to join with them. Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
I like how that last sentence there was well said. No logical conclusion. So again, decent voice acting. Good tone, good mood. But I can't abide by a machine. And again, as I said, quote, I hope you can hear the air quotes. Petty freedom. Right.
You were a specter. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive.
Convenient that the some of us surviving are
between
him.
us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
Will you, though? That was a sharp cut there. He's like, I mean, yes, he's hurt, but you know, he's not immobile. And she picks him up, and he just kind of, with his hands, like, now what? What do I do? What am I supposed to do with this? That was funny. That was a small gesture, totally set the mood. It's fantastic.
I can't believe that Ash didn't make it.
Hey, now.
How could we just leave her down there?
Williams knew the risks going in. She gave her life to save the rest of us.
But why me? Why not her?
Don't question me! Alright, what would Lydia do? She's always been very willing to take possession of the problem. I take the boots, by the way. I feel like, you know, she'd be like, you know, hey, I was in command, I was making decisions, you don't worry about it.
It wasn't your call, Alenko. I had to choose. I chose you.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. The only one to blame here is Saren.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime.
Do you think?
It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
You want to join our minds again, don't you? Okay, go ahead.
I'm not sure how to handle that more
Relax,
tactfully, but it still feels
Embrace eternity.
awkward. Seizure warning if anyone's epileptic. A lot of flashing images. I need to put up my volume. That's kind of loud.
Incredible. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos!
I've never heard that name before.
I am not surprised.
She'll
Ilos
break
is
her
a
neck turning
region of
around to
space
look at Garrus
accessible
there.
only through the Mu Relay, but the Mu Relay was lost thousands of years ago. Nobody knows where it is.
If no one knows where it is, how would she recognize it? How would she have seen it?
If nobody's ever been there, how did you recognize
See?
my visions?
I recognized some of the landmarks from the photos and vids I'd seen during my research. I know of Ilos. I just do not know where it is.
How do you lose a mass relay?
Its original coordinates would place it deep inside the Terminus systems. Unfortunately, a star in one of those nearby systems went nova roughly 4,000 years ago. The shockwave sent the relay trillions of kilometers off course. Then the dust and the radiation from the exploding star engulfed that entire region in a dense nebula cloud. Finding any object in space is difficult. Finding the Mu relay inside a nebula cloud is virtually impossible. It would take decades.
Her eye twitch is gone. The funny thing Liara does with her eyes, and she she always looks like she has something in her eye, and she blinks 3 times and tilts her head to the side, and it's gone. They took it away in the Legendary Edition. I'm disappointed. That was so endearing. It gave her character. That was part of Liara. And now she's just normal, boring.
Are you saying it's hopeless?
Disappointing.
I am afraid so.
Play the
Unless
original
you
game.
somehow find the coordinates for the Mu relay, then it would be possible to... Oh... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
I feel like her head is too big for
Are
her
you sure
body.
it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists the joining, Commander. A strong personality like yours makes it even harder. I just need some time to recover.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. To warn them about Sovereign.
Oh man, even Joker sounds downtrodden. That hurts. This is difficult.
Set the link up, Joker.
Ouch.
I need to know.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Virmire was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, a sentient machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
If it turns out to be accurate. Typical. I mean, spoilers. Anyone that's played the game knows how this works.
Sovereign's real. The Reapers are real. Saren even admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports. The ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own intelligence has never turned up any corroborating information.
You need proof?
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something I say on faith, Counselor.
Try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your visions.
Our decisions affect trillions of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person, even a Spectre.
I'm not
Not
blaming
without solid
them.
evidence.
The
Yeah,
Council cannot
bureaucracy
take
and all
any
that.
official action here. That is why we created the Spectres. You have the authority to act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real threat, you must take whatever steps are necessary to stop it. And Saren.
Good luck, Commander. From all of us.
Alright, well, you heard the alarm in the background, I'm sure. Food's ready, and we're now over an hour, and I've finished Virmire, so I'm going to call this a decent spot to save and quit. And I'll make some notes so I can rant a little more appropriately in the future and not judge the writing so much, but to talk about the characters and the lore. And we'll talk about Turians next time. And we'll just go around, one by one, hitting all the species. Anyway, party hardy.